Welcome, maniac. No, there's still no donations, maniac. Not change. Okay. Cash ban. Oh, I feel like this is the earliest I've streamed in a while. Starting that off, this is the earliest I've streamed in a while. Now, why not? Because the government sucks. That's why. That's my reasoning. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down now because I feel like I'm yelling a little bit. Okay. In Space Markiplier premiered part 2 premiered literally an hour ago, but I was walking the dog, so I couldn't watch the premiere as it was going. So we're doing it an hour later, mainly because I don't want to get spoiled when on the internet. The real show wouldn't stream this. The real show. I'm barely awake. I woke up literally at 3ish. I woke up. Hello. I only woke up a little bit ago. I'm terrible. Am I just sharing screen? Yeah, am I just sharing screen? Okay, we'll move over. Yeah, I'm barely awake, barely functioning. 3 p.m. my time. Yeah, I woke up at 3 p.m. my time. Wait, here we go. Hold on. Here we go. I wanted to add the clock to the screen, but I just need to wake up. It is. Right. Okay. We'll put the time there. Okay. Yeah. There's I am very, very excited for this. I do not know how is it going to start, because the universe reset, right? Yeah. I've seen you. The uniform, it's great. Not really. My mum got mad. My mum's not exactly happy that I wake up at the time I do, but it's whatever. Yeah, I have no idea whether the universe is going to reset, because at the end of part 1, in pretty much every single variation of the ending, which was pretty much the same no matter what you did, the universe got reset. So I'm wondering where we're gonna come into this. It's intriguing. Go away, notification. I would be mad too because I want to undo that, but no, I've got responsibilities and work adulting stuck. Yeah. I don't have to. To be fair, I am spinning in my chair, so ignore my motions right now. All my responsibilities I do at night. So I watched Heartstopper, the first episode of it last night. Finally. I also learned that it was probably a bad idea to watch it with me, so luckily no one was, because I was pausing every 5 seconds because I got distracted. So it was great. Okay. I'm not a child. Rude. I can drink. I'm gonna be able to drink this year. So just so you know, I plan on doing a drinking stream when I turn 21. That's not until October, but that is a plan. Really watched it? Nope, I haven't watched it. Oh, watching we already read that. Heartstopper, yeah, I'm watching that on my own, but I haven't watched this. Okay, hold on. Scene. Did I click the right scene? I did. For some reason, it is not there. There we go. Oh. Okay. You guys are going to have to let me know about volumes. I'm going to turn this up preemptively. You're going to have to let me know if things are One of the reasons why I'm watching Heartstopper, by the way, is Cave has bribed me because I don't watch TV shows, right? I don't like watching TV. So I never watch it. Cave bribed me with pizza. They're gonna buy me pizza once I watch it all because they want to talk to me about it, and so they're bribing me with pizza to get me to watch Heartstopper. So that's hilarious. You can drink apple juice, or maybe if you're drinking tea. No, I don't know. I don't know what alcohol. I drink. I can have. I like Baileys, but yeah. Okay. So let's watch this. I'm excited. You're gonna have to let me know volumes. I've turned up quite a bit, so it may be too loud, but you're gonna have to let me know. I want to make sure it's audible, so you have to let me know. Oh, it's like drawn. Oh, that's so cool. Cave can buy you pizza but can't give you money? Yes. That doesn't make sense. Thank you. Cave can buy me pizza because, you know, it's a friend thing. It's fine. Cave knows where I live. They just send me the pizza. It does. This looks awesome. People who did this, absolutely insane. I can't even. This is the coolest start I've ever seen. This is epic. Oh, I'm very pleased with this. Cool. I don't know what I was expecting when going into this. Part of it wasn't this, but this is so good. Every time it does something, it astounds me. The creativity. Oh. You're countdowning on me! 6, 5. Oh, yeah. I have no clue what was going on, but I love it. It's so good. This is part 2 of it. There we go. YouTube originals. Yeah, we're in HD. It's just I'm gonna make sure it stays HD. Reboot complete. The reboot is complete. Oh, statue. Operating system. Oh my god! Wait, that's really funny. Wait, paradox detected? Did it say paradox detected? Hold on. Boot. Warning, paradox detected. The paradox is still here? Are we the paradox? Do you think we're the paradox in this situation? Because it's back again. But the paradox is still there. What was our issue last time? Okay. People have also made the theories that, you know, the warp crystal that got put into the crystal that got put into our palm during part 1. People have been saying that what if it's kind of a paradox? Yeah, the paradox is still here apparently. We rebooted and the paradox is still here. The crystal that was put in our palm during part 1 that kind of caused a lot of allowed us to jump around and stuff. People are making this idea that it's possibly from a heist with Markiplier, because we had a box that we carried around which was like a paradoxy thing, a warp crystal thing. There was a crystal in it that kind of caused a lot of problems and a lot of jumping around and looping and knowing things we shouldn't have known. I think it's really interesting. I'm gonna be real with you, just as an extra FYI, is I actually completely forgot that when it was yesterday and when it was like, oh, tomorrow is In Space with Markiplier Part 2 is coming out. I was like, oh right, it's coming out. I'd been waiting for it, but I completely forgot what day it was. Like in real life, I forgot what day it was, and therefore I forgot that the next day was going to be In Space with Markiplier Part 2. So it was really like tweets and people like making mention of it. I was like, oh right, that's a thing. I need to be ready for that. That's tomorrow. Because I had like on Saturday, I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna stream on Monday, you know. I know what I'm gonna stream on Monday. What do you mean? I forgot that Monday was In Space with Markiplier, so here we are. And we're doing it now instead of when I normally stream because I don't want to be spoiled. So I want to be free to be on the internet and look at social media without fearing spoilers. So here we are, much earlier, but it's great. I can be loud. Oh. No. No, don't buffer us. Oh no. Oh, showing us that was clips of things that we haven't seen before, things we have actually seen before, and things that were also clips that we saw briefly in like a similar sort of sequence in part 1. It's showing us things we've seen before and things we haven't seen before. There's a first part. Yeah, there is a first part to this. This is part 2. This is part 2 after the reboot. The whole universe basically got rebooted. And this is part 2. We've been waiting a month for this. Yeah, we've been waiting a month for this part. It's been the universe has been rebooting for a month, so I've been waiting for this part. I watched the first half at my normal time, so I had to wait the whole day originally, and I didn't want to do that again. So yeah, this is part 2. But it's interesting. It's nice. Oh no.
Whoa, by the way, a huge fan!
Closing blast field.
What an idiot! Boom, we're here. You like bratwurst? My uncle has bratwurst like a restaurant. I was thinking maybe you and me, we could go grab the brewskis and pop out there.
Welcome aboard the Invincible.
This is really weird. This is kind of what I kind of expected. I don't know what I expected. But the universe is falling apart. It rebooted and we're falling apart. Oh, I'm really behind my Markiplier lore. Markiplier lore is the most difficult thing to keep up with, I swear. Because, and again, all his recent videos, he's had, like, glitches relating to things within space. It's been really interesting. It's been really interesting. But this is really cool. This is, like, the biggest project he's ever done. Like, this is insane. I'm so...
Glad to have you here. Took you long enough.
Let me give you the grand tour before we embark. Right, George.
My baby.
He always remembers it's
Oh.
First stop, the heart and soul of this.
I think we're gonna watch the first part first. Honestly, it will probably make a lot more sense to watch the first part. It's so long, by the way. The first part took me like 1 hour to get to any sort of ending. It's insane. It's really good. I would absolutely recommend watching it.
I've yet to meet a problem that can't be solved with explosives.
Boom.
And speaking of explosives,
No, look, guys. Just no problem. Go have fun watching the first part. Oh.
Do you think she had the right idea, Captain? Did she give up? Or did she move on? All a matter of perspective, I suppose.
Oh, I think this is in reference to an ending that I never got, right? there is another ending. There's a couple of different endings to In Space with Markiplier Part 1, right? There are a couple of endings, and we didn't see them on stream. I haven't actually even gone to them. Have fun? Yes, I will. I'm already having fun. Okay, there is a couple of endings, and one of them was Stealthy froze the whole ship, I believe, right? Put us all into stasis. This is what this is in reference to, I believe. Did she have the right idea? Mark, I guess, never got into stasis. We were in a stasis chamber. Scary. Oh! Yeah.
Come on, Slowpoke.
Are we the only ones seeing this?
All that's left now
Are we the only one that's seeing all of this?
is for you to say the word. Try not to get them too excited, Captain. I know how your speeches can get people riled up.
Sorry, I paused because I was going to talk about the fact that during that whole sequence, it looks like our hand is shaking when we're holding the cup. That's not what I expected to pause and see. Oh.
Captain, why does it seem familiar?
Oh. And we're back in the wormhole. Fun.
And so,
Is that Papa
our
Smurf?
intrepid captain.
Is that Papa Smurf? That is old Mark. That's the version of Mark that, you know, ended up being the one that destroyed the universe in the end. Because I think we left him behind, or I don't know how he happened and how he ended up being old on the ship and then his thought process, but he ended up kind of losing it and thinking that we were at fault entirely and then ended up being the one at fault. So it's great.
Falls headlong into the spiraling chaos of dimensional calamity, heralding the beginning of the end. My goodness, what an adventure. I swear, this story never ceases to amaze me. By the way, it's good to see you again.
Hi.
Or for the first time, depending on your past choices.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Don't do that to me. The narrator, so this is the narrator voice. There is a route. I don't remember if I did it on stream. I think I did. There is a route where there is a narrator talking to us, and the narrator knows as viewers, so it's possibly talking to us as viewers rather than the character. But it's basically like, oh, you know, good to see you again, or for the first time, if depending on your past choices. It's like, oh, how dare you acknowledge the fact that you already have seen this.
Either way, I'm sure we'll meet again for the first time in the very near future and/or somewhat distant past. Should this not prove to be the end of all reality, which it almost certainly is, it would be my great pleasure to guide you through my own universe, should the opportunity arise. Which doesn't seem likely to happen at this juncture, but
Yeah,
when thinking in infinites, unlikely is just certainty, waiting for its turn.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We're in a house. This is really weird because first of all, we're not in this. Okay, so this seems familiar simply because of the fact that we have seen snippets of houses, of being in a house, right? Literally at the beginning of this, we saw a snippet of like a house, and then in the previous part, we have seen snippets of a house. This is a house. We're so not in the ship right now. We're not in space. This is so not in space. Is this our room? Is this our room? Do we have a room? Is this our room?
What's wrong, sport? Oh, bless my stars.
Wait. First of all, this is silly, and I don't know how to feel about that. But when we put our hands up, so I'm guessing we're a child right now. Right in this moment, we're a child. But when we put our hands up, we had blue and pink gloves on, which is really nice. It's another nod to the fact that we don't have a gender in this. Like, we can be whatever, like, we want. But it's really funny that they made sure to be like, oh look, no color, no particular color. But like that's the most like childlike thing to do, is to pull the cover up over your eyes when you hear someone coming towards your room. That's the most childish thing to do, right? It's like hiding from your parents. I'm guessing this is meant to be our dad in this situation. Because we do have parents, canonically, as a character. We do have parents, but they just have a shirt. We don't know their faces, and they have a shirt that says mum and dad. So, I don't know.
Nightmare about the spaceship again?
Nightmare about the spaceship?
That one just keeps coming back, doesn't it? Well, I know just the thing that's gonna cure that. Another story! Alright, well, let's see what we got here.
Wait, hold on. We're wearing blue and pink socks. Did you see our little, like, toe taps that we did, like, in excitement? Did you see that? That's so cute. I love the way that they give, like, us, like, some sort of personality. Because in the previous, like, adventures we did with him, we didn't have too much of a personality. Like, we just kind of were there and just moving the camera around. We were just basically a camera, right? We didn't seem like a character and have all the things. The fanny pack. Yeah, the fanny pack. Who wears that just anywhere? It's really silly, but that's hilarious. But we have so much character in space. We have so much character. It's great. I love it. Like we interact with the characters. We have like expressions. Our hands do a lot to show our emotions in the feeling. It's really good. I really like it.
Maybe a little too grisly. Read that one too.
Wait! I didn't notice. Hold on. If you haven't seen the previous adventures, you wouldn't notice this. But look, okay. This. You see this? That is a picture of who killed Markiplier. That is an adventure that, well, we didn't have any choice. I'm pretty sure. If I'm remembering that one correctly. I haven't watched it in a bit. It's quite old at this point. And I haven't watched it in a while. But that one is who killed Markiplier. That's an adventure thing. That's another, like, story one. Too grisly. Actor quite literally dies. Mark quite literally dies in this one. At right at the beginning. And then it's a whole thing about solving this. And it's the beginning of the whole, like, thing. So in this, like, where we are right now, we're a child. Our dad is reading us stories of the things that we were participating in, like, as viewers. And then...
Maybe a little too grisly.
That one's a date with Markiplier.
Read that one too many times. Nah.
What is that?
Not in the mood. Not today.
Markiplier TV. Adventure and horror.
Why don't you?
No! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! The first choice. Okay, hold on. This only makes sense if you've seen the previous, like, adventure things. But romance and horror, right? And then being asked to make a choice. That is an exact choice we made back in A Date with Markiplier. We made the choice between watching a romance movie and a horror movie. And now we're here picking a romance book or a horror book. I cannot remember where the roots went.
You decide, huh? You could read a nice romance story. That'd be fun. Or a horror story.
It is our dad. It is our dad. This is our dad. In this situation. I figured it was our dad, but, like, it's just dad written on a shirt. That's the most dad thing to do, though. Like, when you think about it, that is the most dad thing to do, is to wear a shirt that just says dad. It's really funny, and that's just something that I feel like dads would wear. Just genuinely.
I know how much you love scary stories, but it might give you a few more nightmares, so you could go romance. It'll be a little silly and more than a little sappy, but it might be just the thing to kick you right back to sleep. Well, whatever you choose, I can guarantee it's gonna come with a big ol' hug, free of charge.
I guess, okay. I'm gonna pull it back just a second.
A few more nightmares, so you could
So
go romance.
what do we want to do?
It'll be a little
Do we want to
silly
go
and-
down the route of a romance book or do we want to go down the route of a horror book? What do we feel like? I don't. So the horror feels like we're going to go down a very scary route and stuff. It's like saying, oh, a few more nightmares or whatever. Or do we want to go romance and have it be a bit more funny? Is this going to like determine the route of how it's all going to go? Do we want to go down romance or horror? What do we feel like? I really don't know. This is one of the choices where there's not like an obvious option where one's really silly and then one makes sense. This is an option where it's just kind of, what do you feel like? What do we want to do? This is a hard one. Just Trust Me is good. I hope you enjoy it. I'm already enjoying it. It's already so good. I'm very like excited for how this is gonna go. One issue I always have with these, I can never make choices. Okay, horror. I know I hate horror, but YOLO. Okay, YOLO. Let's go down horror. I actually hate horror films. I love playing horror games. I don't love playing horror games, but I play horror games. Hate horror movies. Never read a horror book. Interesting. Let's go down this road.
All right. I was hoping you'd pick that one. Who wants to read a dumb romance that's just going to remind you about all of your inadequacies and mistakes and how if you just tried a little harder, then maybe you would actually deserve to be loved?
Oh. Oh no.
Good riddance.
Oh, Jesus.
Pictures. All right. Reader beware.
Oh no.
There's something standing directly behind you.
Oh God. Oh, a murder with Markiplier? Oh my God. Has he put... Hold on. Has he put... like... a whole another story within a story? My God. Oh my God. Wait, do you think if you went down the romance route, it would literally do a date with Markiplier? I don't know what other route I would go down, but that'd be interesting to do in a minute. Once we finish however far down this is gonna go. Go down the rabbit hole, I guess.
I've seen many, many crimes in my time. I'll never get used to this.
Oh my God, are we a partner again? I think we're an adult again. Oh my God, there's the...
No one ever said this job would be fun, rookie. But we gotta face it. No matter how grisly, no matter how horrible.
I like murder mysteries.
We gotta solve this case.
I do like murder mysteries. It's interesting. They're interesting. One of those is why I like playing Clue. No one plays it with me, but I like playing it. So when I can play, it's nice. But I like listening to like murder stories, like actual IRL ones, like proper crime stuff. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing. So let's go down this road, I guess.
We gotta do it by the books. So quiz time, Rook.
Hi, I'm streaming, just so you know. I know you do.
Any advice?
Don't fail. I think you forget I did that AP at home.
I know. How hard is it?
I got a 3.
No, but like multiple choice, how hard is it?
Fairly difficult in my opinion. Yeah, here's the thing, with a lot of things, it's just knowing what each part of like knowing your vocabulary, honestly, is the biggest part.
That's the whole thing.
Literally just, you have to know it, otherwise you're gonna struggle massively.
Mm-hmm.
The brain, I think, is the biggest part to know all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you can, I've done those lots of fun. Yeah. Yeah, if you can remember all the parts of the brain, this is a really off-track thing for what I'm doing right now. I'm literally watching In Space With Markiplier. I mean, hey, it's a murdery thing. I guess. Oh, it's stolen back to you. My God, stop stealing my VTuber. Yeah, the brain. I'm gonna turn away, so it's probably gonna go back to you. Yeah, the brain is the most important part to remember. Beyond that,
It's not. Oh,
yeah. If you remember all the parts of the brain, you should be okay.
yeah, I don't know the whole brain.
Just
But I'm going to study.
yeah, focus a bit on the brain. If you spam a bunch of knowledge in your head right before the test.
Yeah.
That can help.
We did Fly Swatter review, which I don't know.
Nope.
She wrote like a bunch of like vocab on the board, and you have to go up and you have to fly swap. You'll like ask a question, and you're going against someone, and you have to fly swap that right answer.
Oh God, I hate that.
Yeah, I know. It was awful because I didn't want to go up, and then someone gave me it, and I was like, great, that's wonderful. So I won.
Oh really? My brain would not be able to compute fast enough.
It was talking about digestion.
Oh, I think another one
The
to
sensory,
possibly be able
the
to.
digestion or something.
Another one that may be a good idea to have just a general knowledge of is different like experiments and who ran them.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing those
I
and
know,
what
like
was
Piaget.
yeah. But if you know some of those guys as well and what they did, what they brought to psychology.
She had the word Freud up on the board, and someone from her AP Global was like, "Who's?" They said Freed or something. And like, who's Freed? And she's like, "Who is Freed?" He's like, "Freed. Who's Freed?" And then she realized it's up on her board, and then she was quite worried because, you know, like Freed
Yeah.
isn't in here. So you're saying like psychologist, and then parts of the brain.
Yeah, I feel like those showed up the most.
But then when you get into like psychologists, you get into their theories and like
Yeah, basically you want to know who they are and then
Experiments.
what they did. That's the most important part, I think, when it comes down to it. Knowing different things.
Harlow, Harry Harlow. Remember him because he was
VIP, BOB crying. Yeah, you're a VIP.
He was the monkey experiment. And
Yeah, oh yeah.
Jean Piaget was the strange theory. Who believed in the strange
By the way, guys, this is why I don't stream at this time
theory.
normally, because I've got Elizabeth talking psychology in the background right now. And she's stolen my VTuber model as well.
I'm like brushing them
Yeah.
off. Okay, anyways. I'm gonna go eat the sandwich I didn't eat.
Fair enough. Yep, go send the doc. Have you taken medication?
This one, I don't.
Isn't there a time thing? If it's been at least 6 hours, I would assume that you're okay. I think you'll be fine. You won't die. Yeah, okay.
Has a and by the time he gets back
Just you're barely been picked up anyway, so it's not a problem.
2 weeks. I don't even know if he's gonna get me.
Well, okay. Now we can get back to In Space with Markiplier, guys. I don't know how much of that psychology talk you heard. Hope it was intriguing enough for you. She's got her AP exam tomorrow, so she just wants. I took the AP exam as well, so I took it during COVID, so mine was a little bit different. She wanted advice on what to study.
What's our first step?
Oh God. Oh, Jesus.
I have kids. I have many.
Wait, are these fake choices again? They're fake choices again. That's horrifying.
I have kids. I have many kids. And almost all of them need me.
Oh, it never gets any easier.
Oh!
But that's what makes it so fun. Every time is a new experience.
Oh!
Always grisly. Always horrible.
I'm sorry. This is going down a route that I didn't expect. This is another character that we kind of like, during like some of the glitches we saw. The fact that the room is already all like done up and that he's in this weird position to be murdered. Oh.
Oh man, what are you gonna do to me? Oh, I can imagine so many different things you could potentially do to me.
As could I. As could I. But it's your first kill.
No.
And I don't want to be greedy, so why don't you take a stab at it?
I actually don't. Oh God.
How am I gonna take care of our many children without him?
Oh my God, that's okay. The wallet filled with so many pictures of different people. I know that they're her kids, but in this situation, this feels like who killed Markiplier, because Abe, the detective in that, who we were his partner, had a wallet filled with all of his previous partners that had died. And it's really, really, really like unsettling during Who Killed Markiplier for him to say, oh, all my previous partners have died. Massive wallet filled with so many dead people, right? And then immediately assigning us to be his partner. Great. This is so many references to different things, and my brain is just going a million times per hour.
There. You're gonna be all right.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Did you guys catch that the two choices, like the fake choices we had? So, you're single? Also, all of the times are exactly the same. Each of the fake options, I've kind of noticed. But so, you're single?
You're gonna be all
That's
right.
hilarious.
The cops. Many cops.
Oh.
You follow?
You in the adjacent row. We have you completely surrounded. Release your
Oh my God.
many hostages and come out with your hands.
Very, very important.
Put down the gun.
For the horse.
He's designing.
Oh my Jesus.
Put it in.
Hold on, and him coming back from the dead? That was the perfect choice. I feel like the same sort of thing, this mess, would happen if we were going down the romance route, because there was a date with Markiplier, which is also another thing that he did. And so there'd be a similar down the route of a mess of all the different experiences, I think. We'll have to go down that afterwards. That's the next route. But him coming back from the dead, like getting up like a zombie. It's also a reference to Who Killed Markiplier, because they say that Mark's body just disappeared, and they say he came back as a zombie. We never saw that. I don't think he did. I think he just got back up and left. It was kind of a whole thing. I'm back in the wormhole. Where are we? Where are we?
How many times do I gotta tell you to stay out of my kitchen?
Everyone yelling at the person in front of them with a gun. Absolutely he did. This is Chef, who was in Who Killed Markiplier. This is so interesting. This is the most, like... I'm so, like, genuinely, like, thrilled by this. You can't... I don't know if it's not picking me up all the time, like the jaw drops, like the smiling 24/7. I'm, like, so thrilled by this. Oh God. Yeah,
You need to keep your knife clean. You never know when you're gonna need it.
Yeah, oh god. Oh. Oh.
Hey, watch it! We wouldn't want to have an accident now, would we?
Oh god.
Thank you, darling. You sure is pretty. Anytime, sugar.
This is really unsettling. I don't like the chef, very creepy. He's creepy and like all of the things. Like I'm fair, like the actual actor's fine, like he's funny, but like he's so creepy in all of Mark's like things. He's always so creepy. This is
Would you look at that? Seems like just this morning.
Invincible 3. Oh my god. Third time's the charm, really.
Morning there was a stabbing. Oh, sorry. Old habits. Oh, please be careful. That is my real hand. Or is it? Yeah, okay, all right, okay, it is. Oh, please can I have it? Thank you.
The fact that we're so strong, like we cause him so much pain by just grabbing. Like we are really strong as a character. This is old Mark. This is so interesting.
Ooh, strong grip, Captain. Just like I remember. And yeah, it's good to see you. I guess I owe you an apology.
Yeah, maybe.
I was wrong.
Thanks for admitting that.
I was wrong about a lot of things.
Don't.
I give up hope in you and all of this.
Was that
If I
outside?
hadn't gone back, or if I hadn't tried to stab you,
Oops! Dropped my knife.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, thanks.
Eh?
No, I'm fine.
I'm tired, Captain.
Fair enough.
I'm very tired. I've been trying for so long to fix things.
Sorry, I get that this is meant to be an emotional moment. But guys, you need to like look at what the cup says. I know it's cut off very slightly. I destroyed the universe and all I got was this mug. That's really funny.
I don't think I fixed anything at all, actually. Worse yet, I think I'm the one that caused all of this.
Are you all enjoying your dinner? Is there anything I can do to make it better?
No, I'm okay.
For what it's worth,
Oh, this stupid mug. But yeah.
you were an excellent captain.
I don't know if I was.
You never gave up on your crew.
I didn't.
Not even once.
No, I wanted to
I
save
wish
you.
I could have done the same for you.
Oh!
It all seems so crazy now. Maybe if I had gone back to the right time. Maybe if I hadn't sabotaged this ship.
We've called it. Wait. It was Mark. Like the fact is there was a very, very, very clear distinction, right? Mark had actually said when we were going through and talking about the fact that, oh, someone had to maybe sabotage the ship, and he was like, oh, the only two people that actually have the ability to change anything on the ship is me and Mark, me and the captain. Like Mark is the only person other than us to be able to change it, and we clearly weren't the ones who were sabotaging. But people said that they saw old Mark, like during the first like video of part 1, we saw old Mark, which means he went back and sabotaged it, and his past self and me, like us, were trying to fix it. He sabotaged it. He sabotaged the ship. He was the one causing all that. My god, dude.
Maybe if I didn't go back in the first place, I could. If I didn't go back. If I didn't go back! Captain! If I didn't go back! Oh, there's something you have to tell me. Well, not me right now. The other me, the younger me. You have to find me and...
Now, who's gonna pay for this?
Captain! Tell me not to use the hook hook! And tell me
Tell him not to use the warp core and tell him that he can't go back. Hey guys, left or right? The choices that we're getting right now, it's interesting because none of them so far are seemingly very, how do I put it? Obvious, I guess. But why though? Why would he do it? Because here's the thing. I guess when we left him, because I'm assuming we left him, the lady, we don't know their name, right? We just kind of refer to them as the lady. Basically said that we were at fault, right? That we, like us as like the captain, were going to destroy the universe. They were completely certain we were the ones to do it. Mark was trying to stop us, right? That was the idea. He was trying to stop us from destroying the universe, but ended up being the one who destroyed the universe because he thought that's what he had to do, but didn't realize I was going to destroy the universe. He thought he stopped us finally. So he was sabotaging the ship to stop us from, you know, doing anything. Okay, left or right? I guess both like same sort of length, so I haven't got any indication of what we should do. Oh my god. I mean, we picked the right choice last time. Should we just go right is right? I don't know. Should we go right? I guess we go right. Right. We can always come back and then do a different route. And look at different things. Let's go right. Ooh, where are we? I'm sorry, but the way we run is hilarious because it, like the way our arms are moving, I don't know why I'm moving them, like you can see me, but the way our arms are moving makes it seem like we're meant to be running really fast, but the camera's moving quite slowly and our arms aren't moving quite as fast. So it looks like we're moving our arms like we're running, but we really don't look like we're going that fast. It's really funny to me. Who are they? Where in the world is Markiplier? Are we trying to find him now? Here's the thing. I think the point is we're trying to get back to where we were, and we need to tell him not to do something, and we need to find him. So where in the world is Markiplier? That's really funny.
Bonjour. Look here.
Is that Ethan Tyler? That was clever.
Bonjour. Raise your arms.
Bonjour. Oh. Knife, a gun, a grenade. Yeah, thank you. He just took her arm off. I love that. He took put everything away and then went, "Oh, that's your arm. Have that back." I think it's never talked about. Like, we carry so many weapons on us in every single time. Like, a weird amount of weapons. Like, in part 1, we had, like, 5, 6, 7 guns on us for some reason. Here, we had a whole ass grenade.
All clear. Bonjour. Have a nice day.
That's...
Bonjour. 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 Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Sir, we've got every single possible agent on this already. There's no way we can add more.
I don't want excuses. I want results.
Getting too old for this shit. Well, I'll be damned.
Or the eyebrows.
They actually managed to pull you out of retirement. Then again, if anyone would have wanted to catch this snake, it would be you.
Snake. That's an interesting word choice. To be referring to Mark as a snake. It's a very interesting one. That's a very interesting word choice. We got to be prepared for everything, clearly. You know, there's never been a situation that we can't solve without explosives. What are you saying hello in French? I don't know. Saying bonjour. Bonjour. The fact is, calling mark a snake in this scenario is an interesting choice of words because hasn't like dark and like everyone generally refers to actor mark as a snake. It's very interesting. It's also an interesting thing, by the way, actor mark, which we do see like briefly in part 1. Like if we go down a very particular route, I don't remember whether I did it live. I think I did just manage to get it live. I might have been towards the end of my second stream of it. He's got 1 month of parole left, right? On part 1, he had 1 month of parole left. It's a month later, which means actor Mark is no longer in parole, and so it's interesting that he's called a snake and that it's kind of referenced here. It's interesting.
Just don't make this personal. Now I bet you're wondering how he managed to escape from prison, huh? Yeah, you and me both, pal. Pull it up on the main screen. Mark E. Plyer. You never thought you'd have to see his ugly mug again. A few hours ago, this maniac somehow managed to break out of the most secure prison the world had ever seen. Next slide, please. Somehow, the entire eastern block of the building vanished into thin air in an instant. Now, the Mr. E. Pliers learned some magic, but he has some crazy tech up his sleeve, the likes of which we've never seen. It's almost as if he has a goddamn wormhole in his pocket. And we know he's still alive because he's used the same crazy tech to hit 3 museums already. We don't know where he is. We don't know where he's gonna be.
That heist mark, we went alongside him for that. We got put in prison in one of those. We got put in prison and we escaped. In some variations, we escaped as well. Dang, poor guy just doing his job. Yeah, he's just doing his job and he just got thrown. But we also escaped. And if it's heist mark has it, then is it the box? Was the box really the crystal in the box? Was that really the warp crystal? Because we gotta find him and tell him not to use it because his older self told him not to. He's using it to steal things from museum. We hit a museum is the thing. We robbed a museum for that box. It's interesting. I think it's interesting.
We don't even know what kind of firepower we're up against. Oh. Can I get a coffee?
Yeah, no problem.
We don't know. But I think you do. I can already see a plan cooking up in that big,
I don't have a plan.
brain of yours.
Thank you, though.
I respect you so goddamn much. So what is it? What's the plan? How are we gonna catch this heinous criminal?
I love how both these choices are basically going, you look like Mark. To be fair, nobody. This really like. Do we want to like basically point at him and go, "Hey, you look like Mark," or just be like, "Hey, maybe Mark's in this room." Because to be fair, we never pointed it out. Like in any variation of this, we never point out the fact that many different people look like Mark. Right? We don't ever point it out. I feel like we should point it out. I don't know whether that's never mind what happens. Yeah. I feel like we should point out that he looks a lot like Mark. Because he does.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I just want to be absolutely clear with what you're saying. You think that I, the director of an organization whose sole purpose is to track down Mark E. Plyer, notorious international criminal wanted in 87 different countries, is that very criminal standing directly in front of you? Is that what you really believe?
I just said you look like him.
I guess you really are as good as they say. But it doesn't matter how good you are. It's too late.
Not so fast, Mark.
Well.
Oh.
If it isn't Agent Crank.
You know, I quite think I was going to see Heist standing in front of me today, but apparently that's what I'm seeing. Is he called... Wait, did he just say Agent Crank? Is Ethan's last name in this Crank? That's really funny. I appreciate that. That's a nice funny thing.
Oh no.
I'm not Agent Crank.
Oh.
No, it can't be. That's impossible. It's Wubba, and I'm taking you down.
What? What? Wubba? That's really funny. That's incredibly funny. I like that.
How could you do this to me? You were like a brother to me! That's right. And you thought you were so smart infiltrating this organization, but I beat you to the punch. You think you're so clever? You think you've won?
He does. But he forgot about one small important detail.
Who is this?
That's not possible. That doesn't make any sense. That's right. You thought you were undercover, uncovering Mark's undercover operation.
Oh my god.
Little did you know that I was undercover the whole time. Triple undercover. No. That literally can't be. How are you if I'm me?
They're the same person.
Isn't it obvious? Well, obviously. Wait. What?
Back into the wormhole we go. Okay. That's really short. Going right again looks like it's really short thing. So would that be an ending or would that just be a really short? They're doing this. They're doing this. Okay, so going right seems like a really short path. Like it's not even a minute long. So would that be an ending or would that just be like a really small amount of time and then there's 5 minutes to go left? So what do we feel like doing? Do we want to just stick it and go right again and find out what the 47 seconds are, and then we can hop back, and if it's an ending we can hop back and do the left? I think that's the best way, right? See if that's an ending, see where that gets us, and then go left again. It being 47 seconds is intriguing to me. I think it's intriguing. I feel like that's where we go. Let's go right. Let's see where this takes us. Not even a minute long, I'm curious.
Hello? Hey, Captain? Captain?
Oh wait, there's this.
God, it's you. I don't know how I got in here. But I have it! I know what's going on with the ship. I have all the answers. The wormhole. The wormhole's causing all the problems. And if you open the door, I can tell you all the secrets of the wormhole. I got it. Captain?
Open the door, open the door. Open the door, open the door.
I can't open it. You need to open it.
Outer airlock opening in 10.
Open the door. I think, okay, here's the thing. The reason we're not opening the door to begin with is, this is actually surprising. I didn't realize this was going to be a continuous thing. Is Tyler going to be our partner in this? Going to be walking around with us until we find Mark again? I really like the thumbnail, but we're going to open the door. I feel like it's a really bad decision. But like, we can actually see who's behind the door. Unlike any other time we've been told to open the door by a mysterious person behind it, we couldn't see them, right? We didn't know who was behind the door. They sounded like they were insane. They sounded like they were definitely trying to trick us. This is one of our crew members, and I feel like it'd be incredibly irresponsible to not open it and let them get thrown out into space. I want to save them. So let's open the door and let's hope for the best here.
Oh, thank God, Captain. I knew you wouldn't let me die.
I really didn't. Oh. It's what?
Look at one! One captain now!
Oh, Wog's captain now!
You and stupid!
Oh. Damn. It looked like... Okay.
Good morning, Captain.
Oh, Jokey down.
Current ship status, absolutely catastrophic. Just the way we like it.
I feel like we're going down the wrong route. Oh, wasn't this like Freda?
Nothing like the smell of gunpowder in the morning, eh, Captain?
I like Quags. What's great when he's not trying to.
Outgunned but not outmatched.
Yeah.
Just like old times, eh, pal?
It's just, I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now. That's like, imagine literally tricking someone to open the airlock because you think they're gonna get blasted out of space, and you go, I am captain now. Wook is captain now. Steals their hat and says you're stupid, and shoots them.
These guys don't know when to quit.
No, I don't.
Oh, hi.
This needs to stop. And you can still fix this.
I want to fix it.
You just have to shut down the wormhole, and everyone survives.
I don't know how
the
to shut it
universe
down.
Survives.
Do you think I'm that smart?
We can all win.
I'm not that smart.
You just have to shut it down, please.
I don't know how to shut it down. I didn't even make it.
Captain, what are they talking about? And why do they have the same cool bracelet that you do?
No. No, that's impossible. I just took this from you. No. That's impossible. That is a paradox. What did you do? What did you do?
On your left!
Mark!
What is going on?
He went left. Oh.
Please evacuate this station immediately.
It is getting more and more broken.
I repeat, universal stability compromised. This is not a drill. Please evacuate this station immediately.
Oh my god.
I repeat, universal stability
Oh my god. I feel like I'm making the wrong choices. Wait.
I'm sorry, I didn't think anyone was still here. Thought everyone was lost. Trying to, stem the tides. Wait. Oh my god. You're here.
Yeah.
You. We've been looking everywhere for you, for your ship. And it was gone. In every universe.
Oh.
Lost. So how are you here?
That's a good question.
How? This thing? This? You used that, didn't you? Who gave it to you? And also, give it to me. I need it. Please. Or I will shoot. Look, if you give it to me, I swear, I promise I can fix everything.
Potential paradox detected.
I am begging you.
Please avoid.
We can still fix this. Look,
Safety limit exceeded.
This is intentional.
Initiating emergency
This is
abort.
not a chance. Please! Why do you want to destroy everything? How could you?
Did she take it from me? Oh god. Oh no, I still have it. It's in my palm. Where am I? Where am I? I'm in a bath. Am I in the bathroom? I don't know how to feel. What is happening? I'm not going to be mean to him. Right? We're not gonna do that. I want to say things. I want to do this right. We're not gonna go, oh, you're gonna cry, little baby boo-hoo, little baby gonna cry. I'm not mean. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say it's okay, Mark, you can cry. But no, as funny as it would be, I'm not that mean, and we're not gonna do that. I want to actually try and see if I can get a fairly decent ending towards this time, and not end everything destroying. Were we meant to go left? Were we meant to go left so that we could follow Mark? Because we need to get to Mark. Is the thing, our Mark. And we saw him for a brief second before he got launched the other way. So, I don't know. Okay, Mark, you can cry. I'm doing a hug. Oh, we're gonna hug. Come here. Oh. Why is he crying? No, we're not being mean to him. Oh god, where are we now? Where is this? Oh my god, we have a bomb. We have a bomb?
Let me take a look at that, rookie. That is a beauty of a bomb. All right, no time to waste. Yeah, perfect. All right, must be pretty exciting though, right? All those years spent training and all that hard work is finally gonna pay off. And I know how much you're looking forward to your first bomb, so I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one. No backseat bomb diffusing from this guy.
Oh.
I ain't gonna say a peep. I'm just gonna sit back, shut up, and let the master work.
That's not a good idea, dude. That's not a good idea. This is terrible. What do you mean? Blue or red? Oh god.
Boom!
Mark, you can't go back. No, but are we telling him? I don't know. Because is this our Mark? This isn't our Mark. Are we meant to be telling him that he can't go back? Are all of these the same Mark though? I'm so I'm gonna leave it a second, just in case. I feel like we need to go down. I feel like we have to tell him, alright? We need to tell him at some point, and we haven't been able to sit down and actually tell him. And I don't know if this is an option, but I feel like both options, cutting just randomly a blue or a red wire seems like a really terrible idea. I think we need to tell him. He may not understand, but I feel like it's the best option in just pushing in he can't go back. I think we have to do that.
What did you say? Well, I can't go back. Why would you say I can't go back? Don't say such silly things. There's a bomb, Captain.
Yeah.
Captain?
Yeah. Captain. Oh god, it's this again. Long. Is this him counting the days he was at Chica? Was it the old Mark? Bottom of the wormhole? Who is that? Oh, have we got like a lighter? Is that what we're holding, or are we holding a candle?
Miss? Who's breathing? Who's breathing? There's not enough air for all of us! Give it back!
Hi.
Captain?
Hi.
You're not here. You've never woken up here before. You were always gone. I tried. I tried to keep alive, Captain. And I go, and I come back. And there's still problems, and I go, and I come back, and I go, and I come back, and I always come back! But this time, Captain, what's in your hand? Where did you get that crystal? You didn't shut it down, did you? Was she right about you? We trusted you! I trusted you, Captain!
I haven't done anything. Every time we get chucked out, I'm wondering where we are. Oh. 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 Weapons. Interesting. I'm sorry. But our hands like, ooh, big gun. Oh, that embodies all of us. Oh, little gun. No, that's fine. Ooh, big gun.
You helped them escape. You helped those monsters, which means that you are just as responsible for what's going on.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
Come on. You're the most notorious wormhole bandit in the galaxy. You gave them this, yes? Then you can tell me where they are.
Even if I did have anything to do with that, I didn't break any laws, so you can't even do anything about it. In fact, I think...
Do you understand what is going on out there? Do you understand what's at stake? People are dying because of this. So there's nothing, and I mean nothing, that I won't do to save the universe. So tell me where they are.
I feel like that lady's going to do something to the bandit if we sneak away. The problem is by intervening we cause a paradox, right? My problem is with intervening, I think we're going to cause a paradox by having both the crystals in one place, right? That's the issue. Lady wants to help, I can tell, right? Lady wants to help. Lady wants the wormhole to be fixed, for everything not to be destroyed. But, you know, threatening people isn't exactly the way to go about it, I've learned. So, do we intervene? I think we should intervene, but we're going to cause another paradox. And the wormhole specifically just told us to avoid it. Do we sneak away? I don't trust it. Yeah, my problem is I'm like, by intervening, we're causing a paradox, right? Which the wormhole, like, and the crystal basically said, avoid paradox, right? By intervening, we cause a paradox by having both the warp crystals in one, the wormhole crystal thing, warp crystals in one place, which shouldn't happen because there's only one. By sneaking away, though, we could end up causing the bandit to get, you know, shot. So what do I do? Like, my problem is I want to save, I want to help them, and I'm like, oh god, what do I do? What is the best decision? I feel like by intervening we're going to cause more of a problem, more of a paradox, than we're going to cause more harm by intervening. I feel like, but I'm really worried that something's going to happen to Bandit, and I'm going to... Here's the thing, ready? If Bandit gets shot, I will just back up and I will intervene instead. Should we sneak away? I guess we have to sneak away, because I think intervening is going to cause more problems. Mind your own business. I guess we'll mind our own business for a second.
They're crazy. Their ship
is so broken. Even if I could tell you where it was, there's no guarantee you show up at the right time.
Oh, you... For goodness sake. Captain. I couldn't have made more noise if I had tried. For God's sake. Oh my god. I really couldn't have made more noise. Hey. There's us. We really couldn't have made more noise if we had tried. Would it have been better? Would it have been better to intervene? It may have been better to intervene. It's fine though. Ow. Ow. What I gotta say to that? Oh.
Oh my god, the captain is back, and here we are in space. How amazingly cool is that?
What?
Oh my god, the captain is back. How amazingly cool is that?
Gun was very effective.
We are back in space again. How amazingly cool is that? Hey, the captain is back. The captain is back. Bring it home, Ninja Brian.
Oh my god. Sorry. Okay. Mark went left last time. We're trying to find Mark. Our Mark. Right? I think that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find our Mark, get back to our kind of timeline. Though I think we're gone. I kind of think. We disappeared from all of the universes, apparently. Completely untrackable. But I think we have to head. I don't think there's any other choices. We're gonna wait a second. Yeah. We're gonna head left. Because Mark, the, head engineer Mark, went left the last time we saw him. So I think it's our best bet to go follow him. Find him. Wait. Mark! I got him. I don't know what style game this is. Like, not style game, but like this is obviously a reference to some sort of game. I don't know what game this is in reference to. This is one of the game references I haven't gotten because like we had Among Us in the first part. Then we had Pokemon just now. This is another game reference that I don't know. If anyone knows what game this is, I would appreciate that. I'm interested. Lady, you can't run from me. Oh. Hi? Oh. You gonna fix this? Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but... Didn't we, Captain? Oh. Right, Captain, what's happening? You can't go back. Oh. Mark went right. So I guess I kind of I guess we have right. I don't know. I want to shut it down, but I also don't know how to shut down.
Welcome to Space Theory, the show where the only thing.
Internet, welcome to Space Theory. That is glorious. I love that. That is the all of the references. I'm so amused. I love this.
More infinite than the universe is Mark's ego. It was bad enough that he named the show after himself, but now just look at the number of characters that he plays in this thing. Just couldn't let anyone else share the spotlight there, eh, Markiplier? Or should I say, Dadiplier? Maybe I should say
A game show. This is Game Theory. It's a theory channel run by Matt Pat. He did a theory on In Space With Mark. I haven't watched it, but he did do a theory. But he does like game theory normally. It's great. He did space. I love it.
And the Waterman. Don't think that we didn't notice the fanny pack there, bro. You ain't gonna slip through lore details like that on our watch. But enough about YouTube celebrities and their massive egos. We're here today to talk about one thing and one thing only: space. So let's start off with a relatively simple subject, shall we? Wormholes, magical transportation tubes, Deus Ex Machina, or is it simply a convenient plot device for lazy, egomaniacal writers to transition from one scene to another without having to worry about their established continuity? Or I know. Oh no. Here we go again. Oh boy, I'm feeling a little nauseous. Oh boy. But hey, that's just spending of time in space.
Is that? Wait, did he tell me what way to go?
Just wait till we get.
Wait, hold on. I don't know which way to go anymore. That's 10 minutes. Going right again is 10 minutes. Should we go down that route? I'm gonna go down that route. Go right again. Oh. Space.
Space was so cool.
No.
So cool. But it won't even live in a memory. Universe unspooled. So cruel.
He didn't.
To be leaving with only a melody. So pretty, what a pity. There were billions and billions of stories, and infinite stars. We did our best to hold it together, but now the seams are all pulling apart. So cool, so cool, but it won't even live in a memory.
Sorry.
It was so pretty, what a pity. If there was a way that I could change all that's been wrecked, rewrite the regrets, let's leave no stone unturned. Let's stay bright till we're burned.
Majestic. I love the fact that he brought back those. So cool. Space is so cool. That's a song that, like, I think it was a fan song originally. He brought it for this. He brought it back in this. Oh, I'm so happy he did that. Oh no. Oh, that's not a good sign. Oh no. Oh no. Please tell me we're not here again. We're here again. Hey, I mean, Chef's not here, so that's something. I tried telling him he couldn't go back, so if you're still here, I'm sorry. I tried telling him. I did tell him, in fact. Or am I meant to tell you now? I'm very confused. I'm trying, dude. I would do that too, don't mind me. And he's there.
Captain?
Oh, okay, we're here again.
I was hoping you'd be back. It's gone real dark out there.
I don't want to be free. Oh, this mug.
Imagine that. This is probably the end. Don't worry about not stopping me soon. I'm starting to realize that even though we have infinite...
Why wouldn't I press the bell, though? Press the bell. Ring that bell. Yeah, I would press the bell. It's great.
choices every single second of our lives. There's only a handful that really, really matter.
Oh, okay.
You know, what's funny? I don't know why, but I'm happy.
Press the bell.
I don't know any other way to explain it. I'm content with everything.
Oh man, I'm glad you are.
Close to an end. Finally an end. And seeing you again, just, I don't know. It's good. It's good. For a while there, I felt like I was right back there again. Living every single life again and again. Never stopping. Always moving forward. But now, it's calm.
It's like a scary when you pressing the bell is how you end up dead, but like, ding! Ding! I feel like there's that. I feel like you have to understand. Ding! I would absolutely hit the bell.
It's calm. Everything has to end, Captain. It has to. It doesn't matter how tightly you hold on to things. They'll still just slip right through your fingers.
Why have you got sand in your pocket?
You'll always make mistakes. You have to. And that's okay. I just wish I learned that sooner.
There was a light under that door.
I'm glad I got to share this adventure with you.
I knew, hold on. I knew that the moment that we looked away at some point, as soon as he finished, we're going to turn back and he was going to be gone. I knew it. I'm going to do a thing, a pro gamer move called taking a moment, a quick solid break. I need to real quick. What time is it? Actually, hold on. What time is it? Never mind. Hold on. It's 5:30. I can. No, never mind. We'll stay here for the next 30 minutes because I gotta walk the dog at 6 anyway. So we'll stay here. He dead. He gone. I don't know. There's light over there.
The captain pauses for a moment, taking in the emptiness of the once bustling diner.
We didn't
Pondering the
pause
lives
at
of all
all.
those who must have passed through this place. It's hard to
I
imagine
know we did.
it was ever full to begin with. But it was once. And that's what matters.
Ooh, okay.
Just like old times, eh, Captain?
Captain.
And the only person that I trust more than myself is the captain. Where are you going?
I can't give up.
But Captain,
How could the captain do this?
That's not me, Captain. That's not me.
There has to be a way.
Not up to you. I'm sorry.
I just need more time. We trusted you. One more time.
Hi, Captain.
Oh. Okay. Damn.
Sorry about that. Couldn't afford to let you make another mistake. Funny thing to say after an eternity of nothing but second chances. Don't. You don't have to keep trying anymore. There's no time anywhere. Another thing I never thought I'd say again. But I'm gonna fix the damage you caused.
I didn't
I had
cause
a long
shit.
time to spend rebuilding this machine you broke. A long time over too many lives. But I know now that this thing does more than just make wormholes. Distance and time are the same thing from different perspectives. That's all these universes are. Just different points of view. And this machine didn't just bridge a tunnel through our universe. It was bridging all of them. And you destroyed it. I can't undo what you've done. Not here anyway. Or at least.
No, you can't go back.
If I could go back, if I could try again,
Don't
if I
go
could
back.
stop you before any of this even started,
Don't go back.
maybe I could save everyone.
No, you're not allowed.
What does that mean?
Sorry, the fact that we held on to that and threw it into his face. We are not letting him go back. He can't go back. That's the problem.
Sand! Sand! No! You'll destroy everything again! Don't let go! Don't let go! Let me go! Captain, please, I can fix this.
No.
I don't know what you did. And maybe you didn't mean to, but I have to stop you. I have to. God, I wish I thought of a fake hand or something. Please! This is it! This is the end of everything. Everyone that ever existed is gonna get wiped out unless you let me go!
No.
Captain! Please!
He can't go back. We can't let him go back. His old self told us not to let him go back. He sabotaged the ship. He caused this. We can't let him go back. We can't have the warp core. We can't have him go back. We're holding on. We're not letting him go back.
Please, let me go. I know I can fix everything. I know there's a perfect solution. I just have to find it. Please.
No.
Captain. Captain, no. Captain. Don't do it.
And it's fine. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Paradox is resolved. We sent it back.
You destroyed us.
Yeah.
You destroyed everything. This was our last chance to fix things, and it's gone.
It's fixed.
I spent an eternity in hell rebuilding this stupid machine, and you threw it all away! I don't know if you're evil or just stupid, but if I'm not back there to fix it...
Everything's fine.
If I'm not back there... If I'm not back, then the warp core is not back. I thought I rebuilt it because you destroyed it. I built the warp core. I sent it back. I built it. I built it.
Mm-hmm.
It was my fault. Captain, I'm tired. I don't know when the last time I slept was. I don't know if I've slept at all.
Oh.
Have you? I'm really sorry. Yes.
Oh.
I thought the only way to stop this was to stop you. Stop all this from happening in the first place. But it was me.
The melody!
It was me. All those mistakes, all those lifetimes, all the people. I guess I lost hope. But you didn't. You never did.
Melody. Is this a good ending? Are we dead? Are we dead for good now? Oh no, we're not dead for good. Okay. Okay, Maniac, little baby, you're gonna cry? You're gonna go boo-hoo? just as a thing, that melody, that music, that specific song that was playing during that moment, that song just brought to my... What isn't that? I think it's a good ending. I think it might be a good ending. I think I might have done it. I don't know if there's multiple endings. It probably is. But we're gonna have to go through a few different choices and stuff and try some few things out. But oh my god, that melody, I'm fairly certain it was the melody that's playing in Who Killed Markiplier. It's in his song things. It's emotional music, and I hate. Oh, he used it. That made that moment so much more impactful. It was the melody we used before. It's so good.
Software update complete.
Initializing Wakey Wakey protocol. Current ship status is nominal.
Oh. Sorry.
Morning, Captain. Ooh, you look like you've been through hell. Yeah, cryo sleep sucks, but coffee can help.
Morning, Cap. I'll be heading down with the advance team. If there's any horrible aliens down there, I'll take care of them.
I never watched.
Not everything can be solved with explosions.
Not in my experience. I'll see you on the ground, Cap.
You and Mark are one in the same. Captain, all colonists are safe, healthy, and accounted for, but I'll keep my eye on them as they wake up.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for getting us here safe.
Yeah. I'm...
Captain, you are a child of the universe. No less than a tree or a star. You deserve to be here.
Thank you.
And whether or not it's clear to you, no doubt, the universe is playing out as it should.
Oh.
Captain.
Bert knows too much sometimes and has insight that is very, very, very weird for the character, and I think it's really interesting. I do appreciate that, though, saying that this is how the universe was meant to play out. So is this the, like, if there's a multiple endings, which I'm assuming there might be, there might not be though. So we'll have to obviously go through again, but I think that may have to be an after 6 o'clock thing. We can do a few things. I'm debating whether we take a break for 6 o'clock and then come back and continue on for a little bit longer, or whether we end stream and we can either start up again at 11 or we'll figure it out.
Computer, let's get those blast shields open.
Oh.
The trip was smooth. Just a few rocks, a couple cosmic rays. Nothing the computer couldn't handle on its own.
Acknowledged. All systems are fully operational. All crew accounted for. Disembarkation underway.
She is a beauty, isn't she, Captain? The long-range scans did not do her justice. Perfect in almost every way. We'll still have to do top-to-bottom scans once we're down on the surface, but we're moving equipment as fast as we can. The crew is eager to get off the ship and onto solid ground. I think you can understand the sentiment.
Yeah, I can.
And thank you for not giving up on me.
See?
Just thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Mark. Does he remember? I think they're supposed to be drunk this whole time. Oh! There we go. That's a good ending. That has to be like the best ending for this. I don't know if there's multiple endings. We'll have to find out when we go through again. But my god, was this amazing. This was so good, so well done. It's insane. They did so much. They worked so hard on this. This is insane. Wait. Bam Bam Sparkles McGee? When were they in this? When were those two? Because those two are in the prison. When were they in this? Is there a... That's an interesting... That is interesting. They did an amazing job. I'm guessing there's a whole different route, a thing I missed. I'm gonna have to go through it again. Oh my god. This is so good. Yeah, or probably like just not necessarily an ending, but a different scene I didn't see. Maybe with going left more often might have ended up in that situation. So I went right all except for one time I went left. But most things I don't think had too much of an effect on where I was going. So obviously there's the romance route I've got to take. You know, I gotta take the romance side of things. Oh, Lipsian fathers. Oh. I have to go through and try to find different scenes and stuff to see more what stuff I missed. Oh, something that... There's a scene I obviously missed, or something I missed, because something that was brought up from Wilford in part 1 was that our meeting was in part 2, which means I missed Will entirely yet again. I guess we gotta find him. So, we'll go through and see if I've got a few different decisions. Oh! Oh? Oh no. Oh no.
So much trouble. All for something so small.
Phew! That was dark. All that trouble for something so small, and then shows a high speed Markiplier right afterwards. What? Okay, I knew Dark had to be in it somewhere. There was no way he was gonna go through that whole thing without ever showing Dark. This is one of two endings. Okay, so apparently, okay, so I'm reading this. So it's either let go or hold on. Right? So apparently there's only one other actual ending other than the one I got. And apparently the only other ending comes from letting him go. Right? Which is obviously, you know, not the choice you meant to make. But we're not just gonna go look at the other ending. We are gonna have a look through all the different things, and then I guess we'll let go right at the end and see how that works. But apparently letting go is the other ending. Apparently. There's only two endings. Oh, let go is not an ending. It just loops you back. Okay. So this is the only ending. This is the only ending. This is the only actual ending, apparently. So everything should bring me back here. The second one would, letting him go would loop us right back to part 1 of In Space with Markiplier, which is a very interesting way of going about that. That's so interesting. A heist for Markiplier. Like, that ended with this ended with Dark. There was no way he was going to go out this whole thing without having him show up. Hold on. Okay. So, we have two choices right now. You guys can decide, because it's you guys that are going to have to wait. We can either go on break for in a minute. Or I can go maybe break now. And it'll be like maybe 20 minutes probably before I come back. Which means I'll be leaving you guys for 20 minutes, so I can find like a video to put on and leave you guys for 20 minutes. And I'll come back and we can look through a few more scenes. And then an end stream. Or we end stream right now and I will possibly see you guys at 11 later on. Because I gotta go walk the dogs. So I can either find a video and go on break real quick for like 20 minutes to go walk them. Or I can end stream and I will see you guys for like Minecraft or something at 11. Possibly. I may or may not actually stream, but it's a possibility. It breaks down fine, you gotta do what you okay. Should we find you a video? Something we can put on for at least 20 minutes. What do we want to do? I'm gonna put myself on the BRB screen while I search YouTube. Okay. I'm just gonna move that. There we go. I guess the best thing would be putting on something Mark related. What is the longest? Okay, this we're gonna do this. We're gonna mute this for a second so I can get the thing. Hold on. Skip ad. We're gonna put on We Went Back. So hopefully it doesn't play an ad in the middle of this because oof. But I'm going to turn it to studio mode. Depends if you want it for this, if you tie your head hurt. I have taken my meds, I have. I just realized I messed up with my BRB screen, that's fine. I have taken my meds. I don't take my second dose until like 12, so it's fine. I'm fine. I do want to continue going, it's just you guys are the ones that have to wait for me to come back, so that's why I'm asking. Okay. We're going to image. We're just going, not image. I need text. Text. On break. Oh, which mark? Okay. It's good. Okay, then I can. Okay, we're gonna turn off me for a second. The VTuber is going off. The Capamon is going to be pulled down for the time being. It's at the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna open this up full. I'm gonna try and find a location for the on break. Okay. There we go. We'll put on this video. So we went back. It's funny enough a game that is quite similar to In Space. I'm gonna pull it up right up to full volume. I'm gonna mute my mic and I'll be back in hopefully before the end of the video. That's the plan. If I can be back before the end of the video, that's ideal. Otherwise, silence for you guys. And I'm sorry for that. Okay. See you all in a minute.
Hi. Welcome to We Went Back, a horror game set in space about going back somewhere. Because of course we did. Or we will. Anyway, zooming, interact, object inspection. You got it. Press E to snap a photo when it zoom. Right mouse buttons is okay, got it. Zoom, 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 zoom. I can't see that. Right there.
Cryosleep interrupted. Life form detected.
What was that about a life form? That better be me. And I better actually be alive. Anyway. Hello? 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 Hi. How are you? I'm good. Good to see you. What was that about a life form?
Warning. Exit door has been deactivated. Input override command and exit terminal to activate.
Okay. Why has it been deactivated? Also, exit. Are we in space or are we not in space? What am I looking at? Zoom! That's a lot of zoom. Shwa! Hi. Okay. Hi, computer.
Good morning.
Password. Dick butt. Oopsie poopsie. Alright. Well, that ain't working here. Okay. Oh, surface. Okay, so we must be actually on the moon, which makes sense looking at all of that out there. Hello? Hi. Hello? What's that? What are you? A camera? Go back. Go back! Go back! Okay, why? What just happened? What? Who? What? Why? Why would you? Who did? Pick. Why does it keep doing that? It's pretty intense. Why? What? Hey, okay. What did I just see? Hello? 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 Who's there? None of you actually better have anybody in you. You better not. You better be empty or I'm gonna punch my fist through you and you're gonna be empty. You could be empty of all your blood. When I punch it out, my threats are really substandard. Hello? Hi. Well. Alright. Whoosh. H-type. Okay. Can I get some coffee? I would love some coffee. Time and space. Whatever. Same thing, am I right? July 69. Oh, sure it is. Sure it is! The orbicular! Oh, is that where we are? That must be where we are. Okay, thank you! Ah, plans. Good, great. I thought that was a cat. I'm dumb. Am I supposed to be picking things up? Am I supposed to be looking close? Mouse! Hi, rat. How you? You okay? Good. This is a weird diagram of a rat. Well. Faye the rat. Faye, Faye, Faye! Fee, Fi, Fo, and Fum. I'm guessing that's the name of your siblings. Okay. Butterflies? Interesting. I imagine that somewhere here is the actual code that I need to put in to the computer terminal so I can unlock it. Unless this is going to be a loop. It's gonna loop, isn't it? I knew it. Well, better get back in the pod, I suppose. Hello? Okay. I know what you're about. I know what's going on here. I know what's going on. My God! Don't! I will kill you! I will kill you! And I will destroy you! And I will annihilate you! You're cool! And all of you are dead. What is this? Operational good, minimal, minimal. Uh-oh. Why is that a red operational? You all shut up. Ah! Oh, I will kill you. You fall down. You fall down. I can't get over you. Apparently I'm terrified of that. I can't possibly do anything about this. I couldn't Hey, you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Are you just gonna do anything about that, or are you gonna watch? Alright, in I go, head first. That's what I always say. Hello! Hi, Bruno. Wow. Oh. Ah, I see. Okay, so it's phases, right? So if there's 5 here, I got an A, E, I, O, and U. I can't seem to do anything. I need to take photos. Okay, so I'm looking for these symbols. Okay, so I'm looking for, like, phases of the moon. I think that's definitely what that's about. So I need to find phases of the moon, and then take pictures of them so that I can see what they are. Okay. Huh. Okay. Definitely some puzzly puzzles here. Nothing important for me. Nothing I need to worry about. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, good to see you. Alright, you stay sexy. You stay beautiful, everybody over there. Okay, so somewhere here there's gotta be items that have symbols on them, right? It's a mushroom. What does that sound? Okay, yeah, that's a camera. Medkit. Someone already got... I thought I saw a picture of that medkit there already. Or something similar. Help! Huh? I don't know about that. Okay, it's probably more obvious because... Oh, cool. We're... Alternate universe, Apollo 11? So there's got to be things that actually you could interact with by pressing the use key on them. That's probably got... Were these plants always tiny? Fee! Fay! Fee, fay, fi, fo, fum. Okay, I'm not seeing anything to work with. Why are those out here? Ew. Hey, you be good, Fee, Fay. Okay. Why did it get quiet? Why did it get quiet? Why is it quiet? Get loud, damn it! Okay, it's probably fine. Alright. Well, this isn't what I was expecting.
If you want to start PC gaming, we got you covered. Our PCs are designed to be well balanced and get you up in gaming for the low. What's so good about light PCs? Well, for one, we give you options. You can choose from one of our pre-built, custom PCs, or even opt in for a DIY if you're feeling a bit ballsy. If you want to go with a custom PC, you get to choose all the parts. We then charge a flat $99 build fee, and the PC arrives to you built and ready to plug in and play. That way, you still get to choose all your parts, but don't have to worry about bending a pin on the motherboard and tracking your full life savings. If you want to take on building your own PC, we also offer PC build kits. These kits include all the parts to build it yourself, as well as dedicated videos to walk you through the process. On top of all that, we know what you want. You want answers. So we show you the expected FPS and stream rating for every system. That way you know exactly what to expect for your money. We're not like the big guys. We want to get more people gaming and in the end, build a business doing that. We got your back and aim to make buying your PC easier and more affordable than ever. We're giving you a lot of tasks here.
I know.
And ready to plug in and play. Get this damn thing out of my sight. Still get to choose all your parts, but don't have to worry about bending a pin on the motherboard. I had a feeling that garbage was going to be way too small.
You know, it's in the hyperbole, you know?
Hyperbole, all right.
Hyperbole.
Yeah, it's a hyperbole.
That's what I said. It's hyperbole.
Yeah, it's a hyperbole.
Hyperbole, yeah. you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can. I would say try to get like a little bit of an arc. Don't like beam them at me. Ready?
Yep.
If you want to take on building your own system, we also offer PC build kits. These kits include all. If you want to take on building your own system, we also offer PC build kits. These kits include everything you need to. PC build kits. These kits. You good? You saved it good. I want to be almost cut. I want to be almost like I want it to be where at the end I'm literally still trying to say what I need to say and I like and can't keep up. Take on building your own PC. We also offer PC build kits. These kits include everything you need to build your own system, as well as dedicated parts. These kits include everything you need to build it yourself, as well as a dedicated build video to walk you through the process. Take on building your own PC. We also offer PC build kits. These kits include everything you need to build the PC yourself.
I'm trying to get back to my office.
Go. We've been a cut for like 2 minutes.
Get a question of love.
All right. Videos to walk you through. It's too late. It's too late. You can start walking and sparking. All right. What do you? Yeah. Keep it up.
Jeez, I didn't have it on yet.
Do you keep it in your head?
Yeah, keep it.
But that's okay. I love new things. Hey, that's new. Ah! Wham! I'm taking a photo. Scubbalam. Hey. Good. Oh, hi. It's me again. Oh, wow, it's me again. Oh, wow, it's me again. Yeah, I got it. I might have missed it last time, and maybe this is my punishment for not getting it. I get it. I get what I missed. I got it! Oh my god. Okay, good. The orbicular. Can I, Why is it drippy? Who's in my pod? You better be naked or dead in there.
How many minutes? Only 10 minutes. Okay. Not quite as long as I thought it was gonna be.
Huh.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Anyway. Moving on. I think I can go put this,
Okay. Hello. Okay. Let's get going. Where am I? VTuber. Hi. Yeah. 10 minutes. Not quite as long as I thought it was gonna be, so hi, I'm back. Don't scroll up, no need to see all that. I have already scrolled all the way up. I did that. I have been back for like a little bit. Just you know. Okay. Part 2. And what we want to do is we want to turn off ads. Yeah, you probably want that. So what we want to do is we want to go through this whole thing again, but I am the captain. So what we want to do is we want to go through this and we want to pick options we didn't pick originally. So what it seems like is my choices don't matter really. It just changes how we go about it. The only choice that does kind of matter is whether or not we let Mark go. And even then, it doesn't really matter. It matters in the sense of things, but it doesn't, you know. But let's go down the romance route. Let's see how this goes. I think there's choices in the horror route we didn't take. But I want to get the real big difference route rather than picking something that will get a very slight change. Of course, yeah, I am the captain. But yeah, I one of the other things is when we have to pick left or right, I'm gonna go left all of the times except from the one time I went left one time. I'm going to try and remember which time I did that, and I'm gonna go right. Because I think that'll get me a few different like scenes and stuff. So we're gonna see if we can try and get some different scenes, some different choices. So we're gonna go through it one more time because my dinner is being made. I don't know how long that's gonna be, so we're gonna try and get some different scenes. And then I can do exploration off camera. And then I can figure out what we're streaming tonight. If I decide to stream. So let's go down the romance route. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, all right. Probably for the best. We don't want you getting any more nightmares now, do we? We haven't had Skywater for a spell. Oh, and speaking of which, it's been at least an hour since you last hydrated, so be sure to drink up, champ. Okay.
I feel like I need to bring up the fact, first of all. There we go. Second of all, he just pulled a full glass out of the fanny pack. I feel like that needs to be said.
Romance. I've never read this one myself. Not really one for romance. Or at least, that's what your mother used to say.
Uh-huh.
Right before the divorce. That's not important right now.
Oh.
Okay. So, the story begins.
Okay. An evening with Markiplier. Okay.
Bonjour. I got you something. Roses. So good to see you again. I can't wait for our second date. I know that our first one got a little...
It's a continuation of A Date with Markiplier. He's wearing the same outfit. It's our second date. At some point, I feel like I'm gonna have to play through all of the different like adventure ones on stream. I might do it on a like a 24-hour stream or some sort of like charity event or like a charity, like some sort of like thon, like, you know, the Thon Sabathon things, you know. But playing through all of them just at some point, you know, I feel like I have to because these are so fun to do.
A little away from us, but this one will be so much better.
Uh-huh.
We could go see a movie or ride roller coasters or pretty much whatever you want. Did someone order a large pizza? Extra.
Oh. Oh no. I hate this. Here's the thing, I already knew those were fake options based upon the fact that it had 420 and 314 because those are fake choices. Those are fake ones. But Mark, really?
Pepperoni.
What does his name tag say?
I've got tonight all planned out. We can go to the carnival and share cotton candy and maybe even hold hands. I hear your plumbing's clogged. Mind if I, inspect your pipe? I rescued this adorable puppy from a burning...
Mark. The constant swaps to like the innuendos is just, it's throwing me for a loop because we go back to like the data flyer. I don't know. And it's just like so sweet.
Tree just this morning. Now we're best friends. I'm writing you a prescription that you're gonna need to take several times a day. It's my kitty. Wink. Ain't I adorable?
Oh, wait, was that Tiny Box Tim?
Wink. Ain't I adorable?
It was Tiny Box Tim. Hello. How are you doing? This is an interesting pause. Oh, hello. How are you doing? We finished our first route of Space With Markiplier already, and I'm just going through and trying to get some new scenes and different choices right now. It's been very fun. Hold on. How the hell are none of my mods active right now? They're bots. How are my bots not active? What do you mean? I just looked over, sorry, and I just noticed that none of my mods are active, which means none of the bots are active apparently right now.
You drink?
No.
Ready to get wet?
Bonjour.
Kitty!
So kitty!
Extra pepperoni.
Oh, okay, we're here, so it sends us here no matter what, it seems like. I don't know if this is much different, but we'll let it play out.
How many times do I gotta tell you to stay out of my kitchen?
The question is, how many times have we actually been in the kitchen for him to do that?
You need to keep your knife clean. You never know when you're gonna need it.
Uh-huh.
Hey, watch it! We wouldn't want to have an accident now, would we? Thank you, darling. You sure is pretty. Anytime, sugar.
machine never fails to make me. But oh wait, hold on. This is something I wanted to do last time. There's Wharf Stash Deluxe Sandwich, Marquee Burger Special. Is there any? I'm just curious to see if there was any like other than that group. Wookie. Okay, interesting. Just enjoying of your streaming Originette. Ooh, a cinnamon fan. Ooh, wait, hold on. Oh, oh, I love it. Oh, I love them. I love it. Hold on, there we go. I love it. Okay. There we go. We're back to him.
Ooh, would you look at that? Seems like just this morning there was a stabbing. Oh, sorry. Old habits. Oh, please be careful. That is my real hand. Or is it? Yeah, okay, all right, okay, it is. Oh, please can I have it back? Thank you. Ooh, strong grip, Captain. Just like I remember. And, yeah, it's good to see you. I guess I owe you an apology. I was wrong. I was wrong about a lot of things.
I don't think any of this stuff is different. We're just gonna let it play through.
You and all of this. If I hadn't gone back, or if I hadn't tried to stab you,
Oops! Dropped my knife.
Question: what even is it that he threw on the table? What is that?
Eh?
What is that?
I'm tired, Captain. I'm very tired. I've been trying for so long to fix things.
I'm listening, maybe.
Anything at all,
I don't know.
actually.
I really want that mug.
Where's yet?
I might just genuinely make them. I want that mug. I destroyed the universe and all I got was a stupid mug. I feel like that'd be really funny.
I'm enjoying your dinner. Is there anything I can do to make it better?
No, you're fine.
For what it's worth,
I want that mug.
you were an excellent captain.
They did sell mugs. I can't remember what mugs they sold. But I was like, I don't drink enough to buy a mug.
I wish I could have done the same for you. It all seems so crazy now. Maybe if I had gone back to the right time. Maybe if I hadn't sabotaged this ship. Maybe if I didn't go back in the first place, I could. If I didn't go back. If I didn't go back! Captain! If I didn't go back! Oh, there's something you have to tell me. Well, not me right now. The other me, the younger me. You have to find me and...
Now, who's gonna pay for this?
Captain! Tell me not to use the lock box!
What's wrong with which person? The chef? That's just how he acts. The mark in front of us, the old dude, is the chef. Yeah, the chef, that's just how he is. He just kind of act like that. The dude's very good at acting and making, like, the character seem so genuinely off-putting and unsettling anytime we see him. He's in a lot of these. Like, he was in A Date with Markiplier. He was in Who Killed Markiplier. Like, he's on... I don't know if he was he in... I actually don't remember if he was in a heist. He probably was somewhere. I just don't remember. Okay, we went right pretty much every single time except from once. So we're going to go left and see where it takes us. I see all the things. Okay, where are we?
Software update complete.
Good morning, Captain. We are currently years into our journey. Coffee is en route. Current ship status is absolutely catastrophic. Initializing emergency wakey protocol.
Wait. Wait. It's not waking.
Oh, problem, Captain.
Wait. That is with Mac. It's Mac
Computer,
instead.
Damage report.
Meteorite impacted life support. Fire detected. Systems failing.
Whoa, hold on there, Captain. No need to be so hasty. Got this under control. Computer, reroute power to auxiliary life support. Activate fire suppression system.
Collision course with ship. Brace for impact.
Dude.
Current ship status is nominal.
Stand back, Captain. We've trained for this. Judy, cryo. Kai, life support. Roderick, check that navigation. Make sure the blast didn't cross off course.
It kind of feels like it. The dude is. Also, dude, hey, I'm captain. Let me make decisions. Rude, first of all. He's actually acting like a head engineer and commanding instead of having me do everything. It's weird.
Gabriel, reactor. Make sure nothing back there is in danger of going kablooey.
Wait.
And Captain, I think it's time we have a little talk. This way. I get the sense that you're not a real hands-on sort of captain, so why don't you just take a break? You know, relax. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's not like you're gonna be able to help anyway. You just got on board the ship, you're learning all the systems. Leave everything to me. That way you don't get in the way. Trust me, nothing's gonna bring down this ship when I'm in charge, and that is a Mac guarantee.
The crew's just smarter? Yeah.
What do you say, Captain? All you have to do is make one choice.
Okay, so now we have the choice of going, you're not Mark! Who the fuck are you? This is Matt. It's weird. It's interesting. I guess we, yeah, I think we should say you're not Mark. So who are you? Why are we in this reality? I appreciate the thumbnail. It's like, oh, yeah. It's like, who are you? Where am I? Like, who are you?
What did you say? That's not my name. I'm not. Of course, I'm not. What did you say? Mark? Mark? Who's that? What did you do? Why would you say that name? What did you do?
Warning.
You do not get to choose whether this is my ship.
Hi.
Captain? Goodbye.
He can stop. I didn't like him. He's bossy. Yeah, he's bossy. He was bossy and he was rude. I'm the captain. I make the decisions. What do you mean I'm not a hands-on kind of captain? I'm meant to be the captain, you dumb. I didn't like. Yeah, Mac thinking. I was like, why did you say that name? It's like, oh, maybe it's because you're not him. You're not meant to. You're not him. Okay, so Mark just went left, which means the next choice for left or right, I'm gonna go right because I went left. Right, I went left last time, so I should go right next, then left again. Okay. I'm trying to remember where I am. You might be quiet, but you're not bad. Yeah. It's so rude of him, honestly.
Evacuate this station immediately.
Okay, so this.
I repeat, universal stability.
This is going to be probably something that I've already seen before. Alright, it's still going to be the same.
Evacuate this station immediately. I repeat, universal stability up.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I didn't think anyone was still here. Thought everyone was lost, trying to stem the tides. Wait. Oh my god.
Hi.
You're here. You.
Right, and then that.
You've been looking everywhere for your ship. And it was gone. In every universe. Lost. So how are you here?
Good question.
How? This thing? This? You used that, didn't you? Who gave it to you?
The warp core.
Give it to me. I need it. Please. Or I will shoot. Look, if you give it to me, I swear, I promise I can fix everything.
Potential paradox detected.
I am begging you.
Please avoid.
We can still fix this. Look,
Safety limit exceeded.
This is intentional.
Initiating emergency abort.
Please! Why do you want to destroy everything?
I don't want to destroy everything is the thing. Okay. Oh god, the other choice here is to make fun of him. I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't want to be mean. The other option in this scenario is to go, haha, you're gonna cry. I don't want to make fun of him, but if we're going, I apparently have to be mean. I don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, that's so rude. He's crying and I feel so mean doing this. Oh, they're a different way around this time. And the other ending. Oh, I guess we have to go ahead and be mean to him. Because I need to find all the scenes. I want to find, the thing is, there's at least 2 characters that I want to find if they're in here. The one they should be in here because he said he was going to be in part 2, right? Wilford Warpstash was like, our meeting is in part 2, which means we should find Will at some point during this. He's in one of these choice routes. There is Will. And because I was in the credit sequence, Yancey should also be in here somewhere because 2 of the prison members were also here. So I'm assuming Yancey is also here. So there's 2 characters I haven't seen yet that should be here. I'm also wondering if Illinois is in this version in part 2 as well. I'm wondering because he was in part 1 briefly. Crybaby. I'm so sorry, Mark. I love how it's like he's going to ignore me because we can't speak. Oh no. I hate that. Oh, I'm not fond of this. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. What is that? Where am I? Don't look in the torch, you dum-dum. Oh, that torch is doing nothing for you. Yeah, demons are in Mark. This is why we hug him instead of laughing at him. What? Oh no! You. They brought back fucking He Who from Unus Annus. He brought back He Who from Unus Annus. It is kind of like a little bit like Slender Man. This is Unus Annus. He literally brought back a thing from Unus Annus. That's hilarious. That's not what I was expecting from this.
You can't be out here. I'll find you. Oh, he's gone. He's coming. I better find you and not me. Oh my God. What are you doing up? Oh no, that's my shovel in arm. Mama, grab it.
Hunted by Hugh. These are these? Oh, these are real options. Okay, well, this is real. Okay, I cannot believe Hugh. Out of all of the things I was expecting today, this was not it. Okay, do we want to run or do we want to hide? We want to run. We want to run. This feels like a bad option. This feels like I'm gonna get actually chased. I guess we run. This feels like the terrible option of the two. Oh, you dumb. Don't trip. Don't be like every horror. We're fine either way, I think. Oh, and we're here again. I don't think it mattered what we did. Maybe hiding was the way. Get something different. Just something we're gonna do once we get to the end. I want to try one thing because I'm really curious about one thing. Have people made the chart yet? I doubt they have. I doubt that there's any way anyone's actually made a full chart yet of all the endings and all the like secret Easter eggs. But I wonder if someone's crazy enough to have done that.
Who's breathing? Who's breathing? There's not enough air for all of us! Give it back! Give it back! Captain?
Hi.
You're not here. You've never woken up here before. You were always gone. I tried. I tried to keep alive, Captain. And I go, and I come back. And there's still problems, and I go, and I come back, and I go, and I come back, and I always come back! But this time, Captain, what's in your hand? Where did you get that crystal? You didn't shut it down, did you? Was she right about you? We trusted you! I trusted you, Captain!
Okay, where are we now? Oh, okay, we're here. Intervene. We have to intervene this time. Instead of just trying to leave, I guess we gotta intervene. We didn't do that last time. I won't get over the little hands.
You helped them escape. You helped those monsters, which means that you are just as responsible for what's going on.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
Come on. You're the most notorious wormhole bandit in the galaxy. You gave them this, yes? Then you can tell me where they are.
Even if I did have anything to do with that, I didn't break any laws, so you can't even do anything about it. In fact, I think...
Do you understand what is going on out there? Do you understand what's
interesting? She has it and she can't fix it.
People are dying because of this. So there is nothing in the universe. So
let's intervene. We didn't do it.
We were in this place. I tried to stop it. I swear I did, but I don't even know what they did. They don't even know that that entire universe is smashing into each other in there. I don't even know how I got out.
Oh.
You. Where is your ship?
Yeah, why would I know?
Tell me, where is it? Tell me.
So what's it mean? Yeah. Huh. We're going backward. Oh, that's the splat. We're going back. What? Oh, we did it. Oh. These are scenes from like the some of these scenes are from like the trailer we didn't see in part. Are we gonna go now? Yeah.
Captain?
Warning, reactor.
Oh! Yep, let's go left again. Oh, we're here. Hmm. Is this... We've seen this one. So was I meant to go right on this one? I don't know.
Here at the scene of the crime, where the perpetrator has returned. Might it be possible that said criminal mastermind mayhaps be ready to confess their heinous crimes? What cause did you have to destroy the
Jim. Okay, yeah, so we went left that time, so we have to go right to get a different scene. So hi, Jim. It's Jim News. It's all the cameos.
entire multiverse? Where did you obtain such a reckless disregard for human and unhuman life? Why did you feel the need to end the existence of all that exists? And most importantly of all, which one of us is the real Jim?
Oh. Say it again, honestly. Oh my god. Oh, that's all I have to say to that one. Yeah, there's really not a lot you can say. I guess we go left again. See if this is no, it's that again. So going left again puts us back in that route. So right, what would right do us? Okay, right is... I don't know. Okay, we'll just go left. I think it'll be fine. I'm just trying to think of like what's a new theme that we haven't seen. So I guess we'll go through this one. Keep going left. I think the lady's causing more problems, I think, by continuously showing up and trying to cause problems, because like she's bringing the crystal with her sometimes and then not other times, and they're just, it's just an interesting thing. This is odd. Oh, it's an interesting choice. Okay. Again, let's try and get a different choice. Where are we? Yeah, okay. It's the scientist!
Who are you? How did you get in here? Wait, I know you. You're the anomaly! But how are you here? I thought we solved that problem. Unless... Quickly, come with me to my lab. Well, come on!
Sorry, the fact that when you look at the camera, like at the office.
I think it could be possible, which is why we need to run some tests. Here, in my... Sorry. Remodeled recently. This is my kitchen, not my lab. Follow me! Things have been a little chaotic lately, but now that we're on the way to the lab, we'll get answers soon. Follow me!
How many kitchens?
No! Are you kidding me? This is possible.
You have so many kitchens.
Unless
it's
not impossible, unless it's some kind of a paradox. But there couldn't be a paradox. For there to be a paradox, there would have to be an... What did you do? What did you do?
Why does everyone point guns at us?
Anomaly, and now I'm gonna finish what I started. Where is your
Sorry, this is funny. I didn't actually expect. Oh, right. I went with the right choice because there was very, very little time in it, so I was curious. So that's really interesting though. That's the scientist from a heist with Markiplier. She's another one of the people that has said that we're the problem and pointed the gun at us. And both of them have shot marks, so it's interesting. Oh. Ooh. Hey, we're back here. Oh.
I spent all of this time trying to find you. And it's you that finds me.
Oh.
I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought it was you. I thought...
It's that depression moment.
You did it on purpose.
No.
And that if I could have just stopped you. And I wonder what would have happened if I didn't choose to follow you down that wormhole. There's still time to save the universe.
Yeah, I know.
Has to be. Otherwise, why are we still here? We're stuck in the moment of our destruction. Like that, small mammal. Earth in the little wheel.
Hamsters?
Love that. I could have watched that thing forever.
Are you talking about hamsters?
Always running forward. Never moving anywhere. Like me.
Oh.
Like you. Everything has to end.
Oh, yeah, everything does have to end.
And everything has to begin. And sometimes you just have to hold on to hope.
Oh, did he just die?
Am I dead?
Oh, no, she's not.
Sorry, I really thought I was dying. I really did. Because it felt like a really poetic moment. You know, like the Earth movies, where they go to die and they're just like...
Yeah, I get you.
But that didn't happen. No worries, I'll probably pass soon because my wounds are pretty severe. But my people are also notoriously tough to kill, like super tough. Like you chop off all our limbs and we just keep going and going. And like my Uncle Bob, all that's left is a kneecap in a jar. He's happy. Is that supposed to be it?
Okay. By the way, apparently people have actually made flowcharts. So I will actually take a look at it in a minute. I'm trying to find some of the specific like cameos I want to go find, because part of this is going down the same route towards the same sort of ending, you know. Go ring the bell. Go ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ding ding. Ding ding ding. Do it. Do it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go. Yeah, lady just made us sad for a second, thinking that you just died on us. Hi, Mark.
I was hoping you'd be back. It's gone real dark out there. I imagine that this is probably the end. Don't worry about not stopping me soon. I'm starting to realize that even though we have infinite choices, every single second of our lives, there's only a handful that really, really matter. You know, what's funny? I don't know why, but I'm happy. I don't know any other way to explain it. Content with everything. Being this close to an end, finally an end. And seeing you again, just, I don't know. It's good. It's good. For a while there, I felt like I was right back there again. Living every single life again and again. Never stopping.
I think you're gonna pass out.
Always moving forward.
It's possible. If you're talking about like my VTuber, it's because I was looking down at the second for a bit.
Now.
I was trying to find as close to a finished flowchart.
Everything has to end, Captain.
Okay, so
It has to. Doesn't matter how.
Because I wanted to find
Hold
a
on to
very
things.
specific one, at least
still
two
just slip
characters, so I was trying to find
your
them.
fingers.
We've already seen this.
You'll always make mistakes. You have to. And that's okay. I just wish I learned that sooner.
Okay, I think, okay, we're about to head.
It's worth. I'm glad I got to share this adventure with you.
We're back to this point. Okay, so hold on. This is going right. Sad moment. Yeah, this is going right to the ending. So we can either sit here and listen to the whole ending, or we can go quickly find.
The captain pauses for a moment, taking in the emptiness of the once bustling diner.
I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make if
The
we
lives of all
let
those
Mark
who must
go.
have passed through this place. It's
I
hard
guess we
to
do it,
imagine
but, you know,
it was ever full to begin with.
not the right choice in the end.
But it was once. And that's what matters.
Just like old times, eh, Captain? Captain. And the only person that I trust more than
myself is the captain. Where are you going?
I can't give up.
But Captain,
How could the captain do this? That's not me.
Let him go. Yeah, just, you'll see.
not up to you. I'm sorry.
I just need more time. We trusted you. One more time. Hi, Captain.
Sorry about that. Couldn't afford to let you make another mistake. Funny thing to say after an eternity of nothing but second chances. Don't. You don't have to keep trying anymore.
Yeah,
There's no
he
time
did.
anywhere. Another thing I never thought I'd say again. But I'm gonna fix the damage you caused.
Mute me.
I had a long time to spend rebuilding this machine you broke. A long time. Over too many lives.
No, I am the
But I know
captain.
now that this thing does more than just make wormholes. Distance and time are the same thing from different perspectives. That's all these universes are. Just different points of view. And this machine didn't just bridge a tunnel through our universe. It was bridging all of them.
Yeah, I noticed.
And you destroyed it.
I didn't do anything
I
actually.
can't undo what you've done.
Yeah, well, you did, but whatever.
Not here anyway. Or at least, not now.
If I could go back, if I could try again, if I could stop you before any of this even started, maybe I could save everyone.
What the hell does that mean?
Sorry, I can't get over the fact that we just threw.
Then no! You'll destroy everything again!
Okay, something that we need to talk about is we are strong enough. I feel like this needs to be said. We are strong enough to withstand the pull of the wormhole and hold Mark out of it. Just as a thing.
Let me go! Captain, please, I can fix this! Look, I don't know what you did, and maybe you didn't mean to, but I have to stop you! I have to!
Okay.
Please!
We'll let him go, because that was the other option. We've already held on. We'll just see what it does.
Let me go! I know I can fix everything! I know there's a perfect solution! I just have to find it! Please! This is my last chance! Our last chance to save everything! Please!
Target arrival date not guaranteed.
Don't look shocked like I. Yeah, this is sad. The actual the proper ending's better, but
Paradox criticality
it's sadder.
exceeded. Universal collapse imminent.
Yeah.
Initiating time jump.
Oh. Time did. Are we?
Long day, Captain. Strange how some days can seem so much longer than others.
Oh god, it's weird. This tells you you've done the wrong
I bet
thing.
you're wondering if you made the right choice.
No, we didn't.
Well, it's like an old friend used to say, life is ours to choose.
Don't you dare.
And you have made some beautiful choices, Captain. Because if the universe were made up only of right and wrong choices, then that's not really a choice at all. And that's not really living, is it, Captain?
Fair enough. Bye-bye.
Till next time. Next time might be a lot sooner than you think.
Yeah. We just blew up with Grandma. We both just blew up. Yeah, and then as I said, it loops back to the start of In Space with Markiplier Part 1. So we're right back to the start. So that's not worth. So that's now, we're now done with that. I swear that ad is annoying. I don't like it. It's so okay. So what we're gonna do is I want to find. I want to find a very specific route, right? There's a specific scene that there's a couple of scenes I'm missing that I want to find, and I gotta find them. It doesn't matter if I go down to romance or not, so we're just gonna kind of skip through. Romance, left. That's not Mac. Then we want to go. You're not Mark. Right. We want to comfort him. Okay, Mark, you can cry. See, okay, then here's what happens if you comfort him instead of being mean to him. Just the FYI. Just you know. Okay. What we want to do.
Let me take a look at that, rookie.
Okay, so I don't think it matters whether we cut the red or the blue. We're gonna cut the blue.
Well...
Don't well me. Like I had a choice. I didn't have a choice. Oh, this is weird. We're at camp. Okay. Camp Markiplier. This is weird. So that's
You made it just in time. We're making s'mores.
That's so unsettling.
Join us?
Yeah. I'm very...
It's time for the Scouts' oath! I swear to protect and uphold the laws of nature, no matter what or whom gets in our way. This I swear.
Ooh.
Wiener?
Wiener, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Well, it's gonna be a busy few months for us. So why don't we kick this camp off with a scary story? You know a lot of scary stories, don't you? You lived them. With your parents.
Oh. Yeah, they're gonna sacrifice me. It feels like it's gonna be me.
Camper? Do you like scary stories? We've got plenty of them. We all have darkness inside of us, so why don't we share? How about that?
Okay. The cut the yellow wire is how we get to where we need to go. So don't mind me. I'm just gonna cut the yellow wire. Oh, this feels weird.
What?
Okay. Apparently this is very weird. Here we go. Here we go.
Greg, Steve, you. Dave! How do I recognize you?
Hi!
It's you. Is it that time already? Oh, let's chat over here, away from them. They're still figuring themselves out, those two. Quite the story, but for another day. And I'm glad that I ran into you because you've been avoiding me.
I haven't.
No.
I thought it was gonna be Strummer. That would be hilarious. No, this is Will. Only Will would have the power to stop a wormhole. Literally only Will is the sort of character that would make sense to just pop a wormhole. Because he wants to talk to us.
You've been avoiding me.
I haven't been doing...
Now that I have you right where I want you, I'm gonna book that interview. And I won't take no for an answer. And I won't take yes either. No choices at all, really. Haven't you had enough of those? Could you hold that for me? Thank you. All right, let's see if I have an opening. I'm not sure, booked, very busy. I'm so popular.
Oh my god, it's his fucking nude calendar. Really, Will? That's what you're using? That's hilarious. I love that. He's booking the interview. I think we had an interview with him.
All right, I'm booking you for October 30th, 2019. Don't worry, I'll come to you. And I don't want any excuses this time.
Question. Was there an actual thing on October 30th, 2019? Are we in the past? Hold on. Do not mind me. What did he post? October 30th, 2019 was a heist with Markiplier. Just so you know, it was a heist with Markiplier, which I'm fairly certain we actually had an interview with him. So on a heist with Markiplier, it was October 30th, 2019. So interesting. That calendar though, yeah, it's an actual calendar. Just so you know, mate, that's a genuine calendar that Mark made and sold for a little bit of time. I don't even with him sometimes.
None of this, oh, is that in the past? Is that in the future? Oh, I can't wrap my head around this whole timey-wimey thing. Figure it out! Lovely talking to you, but you're already running behind, so let me order you a ride since your previous one seems to have been unfortunately stabbed by an unknown assailant. Probably that old man. You don't mind pink, do you?
Thanks, Will. He did the gay hat, yeah.
I said no more choices.
Look at what happened now. I do appreciate Will just not giving us a choice. It's nice not to have to worry. Okay, how do I get to the other one? That's the question. What have I not seen?
You helped them escape. You helped those monsters, which means that you are just as responsible for what's going on.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
Come on. You're the most notorious wormhole bandit in the galaxy. You gave them this, yes? Then you can tell me where they are.
Okay.
Even if I did have anything to do with that, I didn't bring you up, so you can't even do anything about it. In fact, I think...
Do you understand what is going on out there? Do you understand what's at stake?
How do I...
People are dying because of this.
So
there's nothing. And
I don't think there's anything... Okay, hold on. Okay, so here's sorry. I'm trying to find one other thing, and then I'm literally looking on Twitter. Really, do not mind me. I'm trying to find very particular endings and see, well, not endings because there's only really one ending. I'm just trying to find different themes. So apparently, how you get there? Horror, right? I wonder how close I was to this. Horror, right? Oh, maybe in Markiplier, maybe Markiplier's in this very room. We didn't do that last time, to be fair. Okay, so I was,
So let me get this straight. You believe that Mark E. Plyer, notorious international criminal, has somehow managed to infiltrate the very organization whose sole purpose is to track him down. Is that what you believe?
You really are as good as they say. But even your incredible skills are a little off the mark.
No, it can't be. That's impossible!
Sorry to disappoint you, sir.
Agent Smiles, you are like a brother to me!
Oh, it's not Agent Smiles.
Oh!
It's Wubba. And this was all part of a clever ruse to get me right here, right to this moment.
How many times has Mark been shot?
With you.
Not so fast, Wubba.
With me?
If that is your real name, which mine isn't.
No, that can't be. That's impossible. The name's Wubba. Wubba. That's right. It was me all along. Double.
It was me the whole time.
Undercover. No. That literally can't be. You're me. Isn't it obvious? It's simple. Well.
Okay. Then we go right once more. And then we don't open the door.
Hello?
Because at here,
Hey, Captain?
we opened the door.
Captain,
It was
Wug.
Wug.
I don't know how I got in here. But I have it! I know what's going on with the ship. I have all the answers. The wormhole. The wormhole's causing all the problems. And if you open the door, I can tell you all the secrets of the wormhole. I got it. Figured it out. Captain? Why haven't you opened the door? I can't open it. You need to open it.
Outer airlock opening in 10, 9,
Yeah.
8, 7,
Open the door! Please!
Don't open the door.
Captain, what are you doing? Please open the door! Captain, what are you doing? Captain,
Sorry. Just the slowness of that lead. Okay. I knew that actually. Oh, hi.
Oh, I always forget that part. I knew you would come back. This is my cousin from cousin school.
Hi.
Don't worry about them. There's none too bright. But I am glad that you showed up.
Hi.
I figured that if you didn't, you was just busy trying to lay low or something. But I am glad you's here. And I've been taking you's advice. I've been doing good. I've been doing real good. I mean, I volunteer for cleaning duty all the time because I want the joints to stay clean. But the stabbing's been the hardest to kick. Everyone just wants to turn around in a place where there's no guards and no cameras, and I'm just like, hello, everyone knows I love to stab! But, I ain't stabbed nobody since you,
Glad you
went
did.
away to space camp. Yeah, and, one more thing,
Hi.
I applied for parole. I thought about what you was saying when you wrote me that last letter, and I thought to myself, hey, why not? You know, not oh yeah, high five. Good on you. Oh, and we were working on this new song. Oh, just in case you showed up. Oh, you're gonna love it. Oh, hang on.
Oh. Oh, we can't see it. We can't even hear him. Oh, I missed him. Okay, I think this leads us back to Lady. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. I knew he had to be in there somewhere. There was no way he wasn't. So I think that's all of the cameos in part 2. Wish I could hear his voice. I wish I could have heard what he was doing and what he was singing in that part. I might have to go back and actually kind of have like listen really hard and see if I can actually hear at all what he was singing. But I don't know. Okay, that is for 3 hours, much longer than I was expecting to stream. Unless he just didn't sing at all. It's possible. It's possible he didn't sing, but I think there was actually a voice. Now, when is Nat going live? Because I think Nat's gonna go live, also playing. So okay, how about this? We're gonna stay live for a little bit longer. I want to wait and see if Nat goes live because I think Nat's gonna be playing, but watching this as well. And so if you guys want to see Nat's reactions, I want to send you over there. So obviously, Nat does go live. No spoiler when Nat goes live. No spoilers and everything. But she was setting the internet, as far as I'm aware. So I'm kind of waiting on that immediately going live. So hold on, let's put on. What do we want to do? Because I can. I'm gonna put on the music really quietly in the background. Really. Okay. We're gonna wait on Nat, and then we can send you over there. I wonder how long it's gonna take for the. Where's Nat? There's Nat. Okay, wait. No, I don't think. Okay, how about it? I don't know. What do we want to do? Like, we can go and try. We could just continue going through. Oh, I guess I could put the other video back on for a little bit. Actually, yeah. I had the other video playing. Is it gonna swap over? Yeah, there we go. I can just. I'm gonna turn this down.
I think I can go put this Polaroid in the.
I'm just gonna leave this playing for a second while we wait for Nat to go live.
Hi, it's me. Hi, hello.
We didn't finish watching this. Give me 5 seconds as well. I'm going to disappear for a second, so hopefully Nat goes live while I do this. Give me 5 seconds.
Doesn't quite make a lot of sense, but.
Disappear right back.
So theoretically. Is there some way to know the letters? Could be C. I don't know what you are. I'll just go get more pictures, then it'll all make sense, definitely. 100%. It's all gonna make sense. Oh boy, this room again. Glad to be here, thank you. Ooh, oh, we got a flashing light here. What do we got in here? Anything in here? Seems awfully suspicious that there'd be a flashing light right here. I can't seem to open it though, so I don't think that's gonna do me any good. Okay. Faye? Fee? Faye?
Okay.
Faye.
Okay.
Fee?
It's really funny. It's like once I realized. Okay, there we go. Nat is live. Okay. Nat is live. So we will send you over there. I had to get like my reactions to all the different cameos on camera while. Which is why I stuck around. So there we go. Nat is live, so we'll send you over there. Great. Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. This was a much earlier stream than I normally do, so I appreciate you all showing up. This was a longer stream than I thought I was gonna do. It was so much fun. They did so well in making this. It was a really, really good experience. So yeah. I may make clips out of this for like content later, but thank you so much for being here. Go show Nat some love. Nat is also going to be watching in Space With Markiplier. Obviously no spoilers. I won't talk about what's going on because they haven't watched it yet. Yes, you too. You guys get to pick the choices. It seems like that's how they're going to go about it. So, bye. Join the raid. Go show Nat love. Nat's lovely. And I'll see you possibly later tonight for like Minecraft or something. I don't know whether I am going to stream because I streamed 3 hours already. So who knows if I'm actually going to. But I may. I'm a little... I may. We'll find out though. Either way, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of the evening, afternoon, night, morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye! Thank you to the VOD viewers for being here. I appreciate